given the dedication that we've had in this county, again, in that Section 7 process, and keep that going. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you. Any other, before I go to public comment? Okay, I'll invite public comment on this issue now. Anyone wishing to speak to this, please step forward to the podium, state your name for the record, and try and keep your comments to 3 minutes.
Hello, my name is John Spitz. I'm from Laytonville. On a rare occasion, I agree with Supervisor Pinches. I think that Lake Sonoma does have to be brought up, and that that has to be used down in Sonoma, and that has to play into this 1610 agreement and how it's resolved. I would also say that I think that the Potter Valley diversion also has to be a part of this discussion, and that of course, the Eel River is flowing through the diversion and going down into Lake Mendocino, and then going on down to Sonoma County. So that is, also a part of this. And it's my opinion that the Potter Valley diversion needs to be stopped and eliminated. And it was a big mistake in the first place. It's not doing any good for the Eel River or the Russian River. And Mendocino County needs to take a very proactive position on this issue at these hearings regarding 1610. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Spitz. Other members of the public wishing to speak to this item? Okay, seeing no one step forward or show enthusiasm. It's a very critical issue. I'm quite surprised. Trying to move this along, though. Further discussion at the board or action and volunteerism for creation of the ad hoc committee. Supervisor Pinches.
Well, probably if it hasn't been raining for the last week, there'd be more people here, but, water's not important if you have it. It's only important when you don't have it. But probably for this ad hoc committee, it probably should be the same members that are on the IWPC, the Inland Water and Power. I would see that because that's kind of what they're working on too, so it works coincide. And if we had different members on it, probably we end up being a violation of the Brown Act. So if we leave it to two members, Supervisor Delbar is the county member of the IWPC, and I'm the alternate. So if we left it that way, we wouldn't have any. If we appoint another two members or another one, you get into the issue of a violation of the Brown Act. So that would be my recommendation for the ad hoc committee.
Okay. To council, does that make sense, what was just stated?
Absolutely.
Okay. Supervisor Pinches, is that then a motion?
Sure.
Okay, there is a motion, and the ad hoc committee would be Supervisor Pinches and Delbar. Discussion. Do I hear a second for the motion?
Second.
There is a second. Discussion to the motion? Public comment? Please step forward, state your name for the record. Keep your comments 3 minutes, please.
Good morning. Richard Shoemaker, Russian River Flood Control District. I'm the vice chair. And in regard to this issue, it is a very important issue. It's good to see the county's interest in it. It is an issue that may not crack wide open for a bit of time, so I think there's no hurry. And I think that you may want to consider that your committee members directly represent the areas in this valley that will be wholeheartedly affected by the work done in the 1610 process. So with that, I would ask you maybe to hold off, if possible, appoint the supervisor that will be elected for the 2nd district, as well as Mr. Delbar if he's here, and if not, the supervisor from the 1st district. Thank you very much.
Thank you for your comments. Any other members of the public wishing to speak to the motion? Okay, seeing no one step forward, call for the vote. All those in favor of the motion signify by saying aye. 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 All those opposed? Motion passes unanimously 5-0 for the creation of ad hoc with Supervisor Delbar and Pinches as the members of the ad hoc. Let's try and get back on schedule here with let's see, we have 3 items within a 30-minute period, and Any suggestions from the county council or CEO's office of maybe swapping these around for matters of efficiency?
Perhaps the board chair could poll to see how many members of the audience are here for precautionary principle in the audience.
Okay. Members of the audience wishing to speak to the precautionary principle, please hold your hand up. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Items here for a follow-up on illegal camping along the Russian River. Okay, that's quite a bit. And certainly there's one member out in the audience on the Challenge Award. Oh, yes, there he is. Okay, well, let's take up item 7D, presentation report of the board on the development of the precautionary principle procedure in Mendocino County, and the Health and Human Services Agency as the sponsor.
To the board, through the chair, my name is Stacy Cryer. I'm the Community Health Services Branch Director for the Health and Human Services Agency. In June of 2006, this board adopted the precautionary principle and named 2 different departments to do pilot projects on that principle. We're here today with members of the precautionary principle work group to present to you the findings of those groups. And this is Linda Helland, and she'll be presenting.